Grab y'all popcorn because this is a story time of how I almost got kidnapped and unalived in Miami Beach. So at the time, I was working in this restaurant, and I remember this day. It was so clear because I always remember when I get that airy feeling, like, you know, when everything just like, it's like everything is going on around you, but you're like stuck in the moment. It's like you have this moment where you like zone into the moment. This was one of those moments. So the restaurant that I worked at, it was very busy, and this day I was super drained. Like, I was tired. It was like I got off at like let's say 5, and I had to catch the, I think it was like the 5:30 bus. So I didn't work here, but the bus stop is like right here. As you can see, the bus stop is like right there, and then this plaza right behind there, behind this car, is like the plaza on 163rd, and then behind there is Jamaica House, and then next to that is Dutch Pot. So I always walk to this bus stop to get on the bus. So I usually go there, no alarm. Everybody around there know me. So I figured, I didn't think to say like this would have been like a dangerous day. But always trust your gut and always trust that feeling. Don't trust nothing. Don't always make sure your surroundings is clear. Always pay attention to your surroundings because it can happen like this. So I walk to the bus stop and I'm sitting there and I'm on my phone. So this car is sitting in the back of me, right? And I just get this airy feeling like something's not right. So one mind told me to like look behind me, and I looked behind me. When I looked behind me, this car was like sitting right there close up behind me, and there's a black guy in the driver's seat. The car was running. If you can look, the passenger seat, the seat was pulled up. So automatically I didn't think, but it was just like this airy feeling, like I'm like, something's not right about that. So I kept my phone out and I was like, let me take a quick picture. So I took this picture, and when I looked at the guy, he was just sitting in the car and he kept like looking at me like he was on the phone with somebody, and he's like looking at me, he's like looking away, but he had a mask on his face. And then he had, it's like, you see how the visor is like towards the mirror. He had the both of the visors like that, like he's trying to block inside the car. He had a mask on his face and everything. Like, it was like, you know, the COVID mask. It was one of those COVID masks. He had one of those on his face, but it's not normal. This is not a parking lot. There's a whole parking lot right there with a whole bunch of empty space. I'm like, why did he choose to like pull up right there? So I'm thinking like maybe he's waiting for someone on the bus or something. And wrong. When I look in the back of the car, it's like, as you can see, this seat up here is pulled up. The front seat, the passenger seat, is pulled up. The back of the car, it was like I could see through it. Like the seats were like pushed back. Like, you know, in Miami, the trafficking is like high down there, so they tell you like stuff to look out for when you feel like you're in a dangerous situation. So I'm like I keep side-eyeing him, and he keeps like looking at me and looking away. He's acting like he's talking on the phone, or he's talking on the phone, I don't know. But this was a black Porsche. Y'all need to look out for this black Porsche. So he kept like pulling up closer. Let me see if I can insert the picture. So he was getting like closer to me, and then I'm like, yeah, this is something not right about this. So I pull out my phone and I start like recording him. Like, I'm like, he probably trying to kidnap me. Like, he really trying to kidnap me. So what gave me confirmation, like, this is what it was supposed to be. I was supposed to be kidnapped. Like, he was probably watching me since I got off work. He probably been watching me for days before. That's why you need to pay attention to your surroundings. But what got me was like, when I looked at him, it's like he just kept looking straight, but he was sitting right there acting like he was on the phone. Like, he literally had it like this in the car with his mask on his face. So he's like this. This is the mask. He's like this. And then he's on the phone at the same time, and he's talking to somebody on the phone. So I don't know. I just got this feeling like, just look behind you. And this man got closer to me, bro. Like, the car, he literally pulled the car up, and the car was like all the way up to where, like, if he was to open the back door, he could just like snatch me off the bus stop and like throw me inside the car. So I started to get scared. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? So I pulled out my phone. I started taking pictures. So I took a couple of pictures, and when he saw me pull up my phone and I started to record it, I promise you, this man started like he reversed all, I got a video, but he reversed all the way back, all the way like around, just so that I don't get his license plate number. That's how I know he wasn't up to no good. Like, he was really trying to kidnap me. I kid you not. I literally watched this man drive all the way back. Like, he reversed all the way across the parking lot to go through that same corner over there by the orange like little sticks and the yellow wall. He drove all the way back there, turned that way, and reversed back, and then turned around so I couldn't get his plate. And I'm just scared. I'm like, my adrenaline's rushing. I don't know what to do. I'm like, should I call the police? Like, he already gone. So what I did was, I just went back to the restaurant where I was working, and I just sat there for a minute. I'm just like, what if I didn't turn around? Like, literally, what if I didn't turn around? So after that, I still had to get on the bus to get home. So I ended up walking further down, because there's a bus stop here, and then, you know, there's like further down. I walked to the furthest one by the gas station, and I walked down there, and the bus is like almost there, and I sat on the bus and I waited. And by the time it's this, I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm talking to her. She's like, call the police and tell the police, like, make a police report or XYZ. So I called the police, and the police was like, yeah, we've been having like reports of this same car. So I'm like, okay, like, it's different areas, y'all don't know what area it's gonna be in next, but it's like, it's Miami Beach. Like, look for this Porsche. It's cameras. I know it's like they have like satellite cameras like all over the place. Like, y'all should be able to catch this man. So I was scared. Like, you know, once I didn't call the police until I was like safe and sound on my side of the city, like Fort Lauderdale. I don't really know too much about Miami, but I know everything about Fort Lauderdale. So I called the police over there. They're like, you know, jurisdiction and stuff like that. Like, you know, you gotta file a police report tomorrow. Because I have evidence. I have the video of him reversing. The only thing that I don't have was a clear picture of his face, but I saw, like, I didn't see his face. I only saw like his eyes, because the rest was under like a quarantine mask. And then I saw the car, and I have a video of the car, and it's like he pulled up right behind me. And it's like, what's suspicious was, if he wasn't trying to do nothing, he would have just drove away like a normal person. This man, literally, I have the video, he reversed all the way around. I'm like, this motherfucker trying to kidnap me. But anyways, y'all, stay safe out there. If y'all go to Miami, make sure y'all not by yourself, because I'm telling you, it's not a safe place. If you know anybody who lives in Miami who lives anywhere, just make sure that they're protected. Like, especially females, I feel like we're the target. They feel like we're weak. They feel like we're the easiest link. So make sure that y'all always protected. Y'all have some. Ever since this day, I went and I got me a mace, and I keep a mace on my key, and I had a taser at the time. I went and I bought me a taser. But still, make sure somebody have y'all location. Like, make sure y'all stay safe at all times, because it could happen like that, and then boom, nobody know where you are. Nobody knows what happened to you. All they know is it's a dead body. You're a dead person, or you're never to be found again. Who knows? Just be careful, be safe, and yeah, keep y'all some protection on y'all, because it get crazy out there.